There's a hunger and a desire to win, but there's also something that's very poised and calming about doing it at home with the people that you love and the people that you want to go to battle with every single.
You know that feeling when your favorite player is about to explode? That's what's happening with Kelsey Mitchell right now. Coach Stephanie White just dropped a bombshell that's got everyone talking. Imagine this. Mitchell, already a beast on the court, is about to level up in ways we've never seen before. White's got a secret plan, and it's all about unleashing Mitchell's full potential. You won't believe what's coming next for the WNBA.
And Kelsey Mitchell, who I think has weathered the storm of Indiana Fever basketball, and I felt like had the best year of her career, this year. And really, when you think about teams, you think about a core three.
You know what's crazy? Kelsey Mitchell's been flying under the radar, but she's about to explode. This girl's been quietly dominating, putting up insane numbers that'll make your head spin. She's averaging over 17 points per game, shooting lights out from three-point range, and dishing out assists like it's nothing. But here's the thing, some people still don't see her as a superstar. Can you believe that? Let me paint you a picture of Mitchell's game. She's got speed that'll make your head spin, leaving defenders in the dust as she blows past them. Her shooting? It's pure fire. Mitchell can pull up from anywhere on the court and make it rain. And don't even get me started on her ability to create plays out of thin air.
Right, you think about a big three, and to be able to work with that big three, and continue to work and put pieces around them to compete for a championship.
She's got eyes in the back of her head, finding teammates for easy buckets when you least expect it. You want stats? I've got stats that'll blow your mind. Mitchell's not just good, she's elite. She's top 10 in the league for points per game, three-pointers made, and free throw percentage. And get this, she's doing it all while being the focus of every team's defensive game plan. That's right, she's putting up these numbers with the entire opposing team trying to stop her. Mitchell's not just good, she's on the verge of something huge. We're talking about a player who's improving every single year, getting better and better right before our eyes. She's not just a scorer anymore, she's a complete player who can impact the game in so many ways.
Work with another 22, a generational player in Caitlin Clark, a generational player in Aliyah Boston, certainly when you think about back-to-back Rookie of the Years and what each of those players have done up until this point.
And you know what? She's still young. Mitchell's got years of basketball ahead of her, and she's only going to get better. Here's the payoff. Mitchell's poised to be the X factor that takes the Fever from good to championship contenders. With her leading the charge, Indiana's not just looking to make the playoff, they're looking to make some serious noise. Mitchell's the kind of player who can take over a game when it matters most, and that's exactly what the Fever need to take that next step. But wait, there's more to this story. Let's talk about the perfect storm that's brewing in Indiana. Mitchell's not going to be alone in this. The Fever are putting together a team that could change the entire landscape of the WNBA. You won't believe who's joining her on the court. Remember how I said Mitchell wasn't going to be alone? Well, buckle up, because the Fever just dropped a bombshell that's got fans losing their mind. Imagine Caitlin Clark, Aliyah Boston, and Kelsey Mitchell all on the same court. Sounds crazy, right? But there's a catch that could change everything. Let's break this down. You've got Clark with her insane court vision. She's like a wizard out there, making passes you didn't even know were possible. Then there's Boston, an absolute beast in the paint. She's swatting shots and grabbing rebounds like it's nothing. And of course, we've got Mitchell, the scoring machine we've been talking about. But here's where it gets tricky. Some people are scratching their head, wondering if these three stars can really play nice together. I mean, there's only one ball, right? Can they share the spotlight without stepping on each other's toes? Picture this, Clark's dribbling down the court. She fakes left, then fires a no-look pass to Mitchell in the corner. Mitchell pump fakes, drives, then dishes to Boston, who's wide open under the basket. Boom! Easy 2-point. That's the kind of play that could become the Fever's bread and butter. And the mismatches? Oh man, opposing teams are going to have nightmares trying to defend this trio. Who do you double team? Leave Clark open and she'll torch you from deep. Focus on Mitchell and she'll blow past you. Try to shut down Boston and she'll still find a way to dominate the paint. You know what's wild? Coaches and analysts are already calling this the next big thing in the WNBA. They're saying this could be the start of a dynasty in Indiana. We're not just talking about one good season here. We're talking about years of dominance. The Fever aren't just building a team. They're creating a basketball revolution. With these three on the court, they're not just looking to win games. They're looking to change the way the game is played. It's like they've found the secret formula for WNBA dominance. But hold up, don't start planning the championship parade just yet. There's a catch, And it's a big one. Something that could throw a massive wrench in this whole plan. You won't believe what's happening behind the scenes that could change everything for the Fever. You thought having 3 superstars was wild. Well, buckle up because there's another game changer in the mix. Remember Stephanie White? She's back with the Fever and she's got a plan that's making jaws drop all over the league. But there's a twist that no one saw coming. Let's talk about White for a sec. She's not just any coach. She's got history with the Fever that'll blow your mind. White coached them back in 2015 and 2016, and guess what? That was the last time Indiana made the playoffs before their recent success. Coincidence? I think not. But here's where it gets really crazy. White just came from the Connecticut Sun, where she absolutely crushed it. We're talking a 55-25 record and Coach of the Year in 2023. That's insane. She knows how to win, and she's bringing that winning mentality back to Indiana. Now, some people are wondering if White can handle coaching 3 big stars. I mean, it's not easy juggling all that talent, right? But here's the thing. White's got a secret weapon. She's amazing at developing young players and creating a team that works together like a well-oiled machine. You want to know how good White is? Listen to what Caitlin Clark said about her. I think she has a really great basketball mind. That's coming from one of the best young players in the game. White's not just a coach, she's a basketball genius. And you know what's even crazier? White's got this way of using her players that's going to drive other teams nuts. She looks at Mitchell, Clark, and Boston and sees ways to create mismatches that'll leave defenses scratching their heads. It's like she's playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers. But here's the real kick. White's not just thinking about next season. She's looking at a multi-year championship window. She's building something big in Indiana, something that could change the WNBA for years to come. With White at the helm, the Fever aren't just a team of stars. They're a basketball revolution waiting to happen. She's got the experience, the strategy, and the player support to turn this team into something special. But hold on, because there's one more piece to this puzzle. Something that could make or break the Fever's championship dream. You won't believe what's happening behind the scenes that could change everything. Remember how I said there was one more piece to the puzzle? Well, it's a doozy. Kelsey Mitchell is tearing it up in China right now. But it's not all sunshine and rainbows. The Fever are holding their breath every time she steps on the court. You want to know why? It's because what's happening in China could make or break their championship dreams. Here's the deal. Mitchell's not chilling in Indiana getting ready for the season. Nope, she's halfway across the world, playing in the Chinese Women's Basketball League. Now you might be thinking, what's the big deal? Well, let me tell you, it's huge. Playing overseas is pretty normal for WNBA players. They do it to make some extra cash and keep their skills sharp. But here's the catch. It's like playing with fire. The game in China is different, way more intense. Mitchell's out there facing new challenges, dealing with a whole different style of play. It's like she's leveling up her game, but at what cost? The Fever management? They're watching Mitchell like hawk. Every game, every play, they're on the edge of their seat. Why? Because one wrong move, one bad landing, and boom, their star player could be out for the season. Can you imagine all those championship dreams going up in smoke because of an injury halfway around the world? And let me tell you, injuries overseas are no joke. It happens more often than you'd think. These players are pushing themselves to the limit, playing in different conditions, with different training. It's a recipe for disaster if you're not careful. But here's the thing, it's not all doom and gloom. Mitchell's experience in China, it could be the secret sauce that takes her game to the next level. She's facing top-notch competition, learning new tricks, and toughening up. When she comes back to the WNBA, she might be even more of a beast than before. So what does this mean for the Fever? It's like they're walking a tightrope. On one side, you've got the risk of injury that could derail everything. On the other, you've got the potential for Mitchell to come back as an absolute superstar. It's a gamble, but that's what makes it so exciting. The Fever's future is hanging in the balance, and it all comes down to what happens in China. Will Mitchell come back stronger than ever? Or will the Fever's dreams get crushed before the season even starts? One thing's for sure. The next few months are going to be a wild ride for Indiana fans. All right, let's wrap this up. The Indiana Fever are on the brink of something huge. Mitchell, Clark, Boston, and White. It's like the basketball gods decided to bless Indiana all at once. But you know what? Nothing's set in stone in this game. The Fever are taking a massive risk here. They're betting big on these young stars and a coach with a vision. It could all come crashing down if things don't click. But if it works, we might be looking at the next WNBA dynasty. Here's the thing. The Fever aren't just sitting back and hoping for the best. They're actively building around their core. They're looking for more size, more experience. They want to compete with the best of the best. Next season's going to be wild. You'll want to catch every single game. Will Mitchell come back from China even stronger? Can Clark and Boston live up to the hype? Will White's strategies pay off? It's going to be a roller coaster, and I can't wait to see how it all plays out.